Testing. 1, 2. I got a girl in. Okay, good. It's working. Alright, so we're live. Let me just double check that to make sure YouTube's working and not being a pain in the ass. Good. YouTube seemingly not being a pain in the ass for now. Is YouTube, so that is subject to change. But yeah, everyone, welcome to episode. This is the podcast. Welcome to day 9 of the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo 2952. I'm about to go head down to the Expo Center. The reason why I'm streaming late today is because, well, it's Saturday, it's Shabbos, you know. Referral Codes to my fellow friends. So yeah, let's head down and see what's new. It is RSI today. Today's technically the last traditional day of the Expo. So the way the Expo works, if you're new or just haven't been to one of these before, the way this usually works is as follows. The Expo will go for 13 days. Each day is a different manufacturer of the various ship manufacturers in Star Citizen. Today is the last such day. Tomorrow is going to be the first day of the last 4 days of the event. The way that works is you have every day is a different manufacturer. You know, it started with Drake, then Origin, then I don't remember what day 3 was. Then you have the alien ships on day 4, and so on and so forth. And now we are ending with RSI because Drake hosted it this year, so they started. So we got that. Tomorrow is going to be the Best in Show day, so that's day 10. Best in Show means the top 4 ships of the Ship Showdown back in September. There was back in September, for those who don't know, there was a Ship Showdown event where we all the Star Citizen backers, myself included, voted on the various ships that were on a bracket, and we would essentially just go what ship we wanted to win that day, and eventually we got to the top 4 ships, and those ships being the it was the Crusaders Industries Mercury Star Runner, the Star Citizen Millennium Falcon. We got the Anvil Aerospace Carrick and Pisces. Both of them were in there. And then it was the RSI Scorpius, which we'll be able to see today. No, I don't want to set my... I like... So yeah, so tomorrow those 4 ships are going to be on display with the unique paint jobs that come with the Best in Show paint jobs. So the Best in Show 2952 paint jobs are going to be red and black, matching the event and the Drake colors. I've already seen them. They look really, really good. So we're going to see that tomorrow, and that is going to be the event hall for the next 3 days, up until November 30th, when the event, the refly event, it all ends. It's all good things, and horrible server lag must come to an end. So that's going to be tomorrow. I was actually just typing that in the chat before, because someone in the chat had a question. When I say chat, I'm usually referring to in-game. I know there is a live stream chat, so I wanted to give that clarified. But a lot of gems I need to sell, that's right. Get some drinks first. But yeah, so that's going to be tomorrow. It's Best in Show stuff. And it's going to be the same for the next 3 days. One thing I didn't mention about Best in Show tomorrow, and obviously I'm going to explain all this again tomorrow, just because you never know, someone might be new watching and all that. Trying to be helpful. At the Expo tomorrow, on the bottom floor where the Holo Viewer usually is, there's going to be a bunch of terminals, rental terminals, like you'd see at a ship rental place. And it will have on display every single rentable ship that has been on display during IAE. So for instance, the tank that I was not able to rent earlier this week due to it just not being rentable, I will be able to rent it tomorrow because it will be on a terminal in which I can just go through it and rent it, no problem. And all these rentals are just like normal, 48 hours. So you can literally rent it tomorrow morning, or I guess tonight, whichever, depending on your time zone. But tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Eastern, you can go and rent it. And that's not what I wanted. Okay, so bye. Go in there, you can rent. Write this down quickly. Sorry, let me just hastily because I need to write down the money so I know how much to send to the guys that were helping me out last night or yesterday. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so what was I saying? Oh, right, rental terminals. They're going to be there, so you can rent the ship tomorrow, and then it'll be 48 hours just before the event ends. You can rent it again. And say you rent it towards the last few hours of the event. And I do mean it's 3 hours until the event ends on November 30th. You're like, hey, or November 29th. And you're going to be, hey, I want to rent these ships just before it ends. So that I can have these ships for 48 hours post-event. You can do that. That will be a thing. Those ships will be there post-event in your fleet viewer on the ASOP terminals here. That's what they're called, ASOP terminals. So yeah, that's usually what I do. Like I rent them twice. This way I have it during the last days of the event and post the event. Kind of cool. So I figured I just want to get that all out of there so people are up to speed on what's going to happen tomorrow and for the rest of the event, which ends on Wednesday. And as of streaming this and recording this, it is Saturday night. There you have it. The Reliance series last I flew, which was, I want to say during Victus this year, was pretty damn glitchy, so actually it may have been IAE last year. I don't know. Last time I flew them it was really glitchy and they haven't gotten any passes. That's why no one flies them. Looks like all the other ships I rented are gone due to the timer going on. Everything else is at New Babbage or Area 18. Or we can do some fun shenanigans.
Stand by.
I wanted to switch the skin back.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Wonderful.
Please visit us again. Goodbye to the ASOP.
I can't move now.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
I wanted to change it back to the red so that the red paint matches my armor. Currently have the beautiful code blue that Cam gifted. Little guy. Wait. Oh, I just unequipped it. Default. Right, that's the default color. Oopsies. There we go.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Welcome to the vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Visit us again.
The question really is the stream going to be long, or is it literally just going to be me touring the event, batting people's ears off, and then going it? Waiting to hear back from my brother. My bro can join me. That'd be pretty cool, but he probably won't. Good thing I went third person just now because I'm not wearing a helmet. Not that I really need one, microtech, but having my helmet. The door is open real quick. You, my org members are on, so that's cool. Taking forever to load. Oh, you know what doesn't help? Well, for starters, you guys aren't seeing anything. But also, the performance mode is off. I apologize for that. I completely forgot that you guys were seeing nothing. Oh yeah, found this the other day. One of my favorite novelty helmets. Not a helmet that I'm going to be wearing, but it is a fun little novelty. The meat. If you have face over IP, where you have a camera and every movement I make with my face, the character mimics. If you have that on, the eye will actually move around, and it's really creepy and awesome. Oh, did they change it? No. So they used to have the physics of the flesh pod there be realistic, where like if the light was shining through it, it would light up the flesh, like if you were to put your thumb over a flashlight lens. Like, it would be cool, but anyway, enough of that nonsense. Let me put my normal helmet back on. Move all my gear back later. Got my red and black Pisces now to match my gray and red armor. Later tonight I have to make a noob suit, or a noob kit, essentially. What I'm going to do is, I think from now on, I'm going to make a standard kit of gear for noobs. I hate using that term, by the way, but I feel just that kit specifically is important. This way it gives and teaches players what they're going to need in any given scenario. Well, most given scenarios in Star Citizen. Probably going to need armor. You're going to need undersuit. You're going to need a helmet. Absolutely going to need those. You're going to need armor, backpack, probably have some food and drink on you. Multi-tool with the tractor beam attachment, absolutely. Orbit attachment only if you want to do mining. Obviously gonna need a gun. The med gun or med pens, can have either or. I like the med gun, but some people like having med pens. Both, ideally. But I figured I'd find a good specific type of armor and stuff. This way people know where to get it cheap, right? Because if you're just starting out, you're only going to have 20,000 credits to. So I have to like figure it out based on price, location, and already I'm thinking pretty much just telling players to head down to the cargo decks of most stations. But I need to think the best way to do it would be going about it based on starting location, on residence. Just because most players will probably be able to get to a cargo deck on a station in orbit of said resident location. You know, just first thing you do, you can load into the game. Just head to the spaceport, get your ship, fly up to orbit to, say if you're at New Babbage, go to Port Tressler, where I just came from. Go to the cargo deck, and they'll have everything you need there. All in one place. And the cargo deck is on every single one of the orbital stations. So. Heading to the wrong bubble. Far off in the distance, a dog barks. Angrily barks. Really don't care about my parking job quality right now. I just want to get inside and finish recording the rest of the IAE stuff. Sorry. Didn't record it the other night, but probably best that I didn't. That is, we got griefed. Group of players. Or, I can't say they're newbies. One of them was playing with me last night, but definitely their first group outing in the game, and Cam and I were showing, them some group activities. One of them accidentally got a crime stat for shooting at a Herson security guard guy. So we headed to Korea only to find out that it was overloaded with players that were not so friendly. And vultures, in a sense. Groups. And apparently they were very toxic in chat and everything like that. It was a lot of needless drama and kind of killed the night, which is why I'm saying it, but we didn't record it, but it is what it is. Figured it's worth mentioning because griefing has been exploding of late in regards to how often it occurs. The new noob suit. Previously, the noob... Wait, before the medical system was implemented where you died and got a free white beacon and Horizon helmet. Sorry. Horizon's Obsidian Crusader. Before you got the free suit from death, which is that one. The noob suit was just a bland, like green-black Odyssey. Is the one I'm wearing, but I'm wearing it in cooler colors. I'm wearing the Odyssey Black Blue, which is black and blue and has yellow knee pads, elbow pads. And it's coincidentally my org colors, so it works out. Black and blue. Dress in black and blue, no one will ever know that you got beat up. $1 million AUEC. That'd be a good offer if there wasn't a patch wipe coming out soon. That's today. That's Apex Hall. Got it. So the MISC stuff is still there if you missed out on it yesterday. And just like the RSI stuff will be there tomorrow if you missed out on it today, which I almost did. Did I just miss the door opening and thinking that, oh, it didn't open yet? I hear the show hall, but... Oh, okay, that's why I'm confused, because the elevator door is trying to confuse me. Like that Monty Python skit, Confuse a Cat. Oh, the Taurus commercial. It's a very cool commercial, but it's also misleading. It has the Taurus parking inside the cargo deck of a station, which... It's not a thing in-game currently, and we don't even know if that is going to be a thing in-game. So I don't like that they're doing that. It'd be one thing if they say, okay, this will be a thing in game. You will be able to park in cargo decks. But we don't know that, so showing it off is questionable. But the music for it and the visuals for the commercial itself were pretty cool. But there's reasons like that why we at Cast in the Shadows have issues with the marketing team. Like, this commercial makes sense and it works because it's literally just showing the Mantis doing what it does. It is just showing off the whole QED, the quantum interdiction system. It spools up that thing, the visuals are the same in game. And granted, all the cinematics that CIG does are in engine, so nothing is different. It's just pre-rendered versus game. So. Scorpius is probably the coolest commercial, just because it's a combat commercial. But you know, RSI showing, you know, it's taken off from a Bengal carrier. Both RSI makes the Bengal, and they make Scorpius, which is the Star Citizen Expo.
The Intergalactic Aerospace Expo is where spaceship enthusiasts come to see flight.
Yeah, and then it's a Taurus commercial again. Alright, so we just saw the whole loop. I do like that they play the commercials there. It is kind of cool, because not everyone's going to watch the commercials or is interested in them, even. Like, they're just random videos on YouTube on Star Citizen's official account. Or on my personal account on the playlist. But this way it gives people who never even knew these commercials existed a way to kind of watch them and shit. But yeah, here we have it. Here's the RSI showcase. RSI doesn't have a lot of ships in game at the moment. Well, relatively speaking. Most of their ships are just variants of the Aurora. Because you got the Aurora MR, ES, EX, LN, LX, and I think I got all of them right there. No, there is no EX, it's just EL. And they have the Mantis, so it's the same as last year, but now there's the Scorpius and the Taurus. The only things in the... No! Taurus was also here last year. So the Scorpius is the only new thing here. The more interesting things, we'll go through all these later. The more interesting things is the stuff in Hollow Viewer, because most of RSI's good ships, I say that relatively speaking, because they could be horrible once they're in game. Like the rover here, by the way. Most of their, at least exciting ships, I'll say, are in development. The Polaris, which has got to be one of my most anticipated ships for me. And I believe... No, this is the Perseus. I want to show out the Polaris first. In order of their concepts. No, that's the Galaxy. Looks like I entered the rooms in the wrong order. This looks like the Polaris. If I'm getting my engine configuration correctly. Yeah. So obviously, I'll just read this. The Polaris. You know, it's a nimble Corvette class capital ship that packs powerful punch, blah, 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 blah. You can pause it to read yourselves. It's a Corvette. You know, it's got a hangar in the... Here, go in third person. Like my guy's helmet. You see, like, on top there is a giant hangar. Yeah, where the yellow line is. Those are hangar doors. For, I think the biggest fighter you're going to be able to fit in there is like a Saber, so you can easily fit like a Scorpius or a bunch of Hornet, any of the Hornets, I mean, a Gladius, Pisces, if you want. Like, you have a large range of ships to fit in there. You know, it's around... It's a little bit smaller than the 890 Jumps hangar. So, like, when I say you can fit a Saber in there, like, that's... I think someone did the someone said that you may be able to fit a Vanguard in there, and that's like, it's going to be scraping the sides. I think they might make it smaller than that, but it's still a very large ship. And you got a full medical suite in there, because it's a capital ship, you know. A double-decker bridge, like the bridge itself is 2 floors. Like, it's a really nice looking ship. It looks nice, its function is pretty damn cool. It's like a cap ship, battleship, essentially. And it's a Corvette, so it's smaller than an Idris, but you'll be able to take one on. In a more support role, at least. Like, on its own, it may... You probably manage it, but... So this is, I believe, the Apollo? Yeah, this is the Apollo Triage. Triage! That was the name of the variant. I thought it was Medivac. And it is a Medivac, but... Alright, so yeah, the Apollo is like your full-fledged flying ambulance. At least, sorta. You can configure it to have either like multiple tier 3 beds, which are ambulance beds, I think a few tier 2 beds, or 1 tier 1 bed. Like, depending on the tier of bed, it's going to change the amount of beds you can have. This is the new Galaxy that was just announced. A modular, multi-role type ship. There was a very cool RSI, Inside Star Citizen, FBL, ISC video. Jeez, I'm an idiot. Sorry. But yeah, it's a pretty cool looking ship. I really do like the bigger RSI ship. Like, that triangular capital ship look is just, it does it for me. I'm sorry, but that... Like, this one is probably my favorite, mostly because it resembles a modern day battle ship, and I love that. And this is a gunboat. This is just a gunboat. Perseus, I believe its name is. Can't always remember the RSI ship names, aside from the Polaris and the Royal Constellation. And Mantis and anything that's in-game, and the Polaris. Everything else is irrelevant. But yeah, it's a gunship. It's a gunboat. I mean, if you couldn't tell by the giant, massive guns. Like, this thing's gonna be big, too. I mean, granted, when I say big, like, Hammerhead are bigger. I don't remember the exact dimensions. They're on the website. And if you ever use the Star Jump Fleet Viewer, you can see it that way. All these ships are pretty big. The Apollo is definitely smaller than the rest. But it's definitely going to be they're definitely big ship. I like that. The big ships are cool because it means that you need to have friends to play with, and thankfully I run an organization, so I have at least 100 people at my disposal to run with ships. Somehow I have. Anyway, self-deprecating there. I'll deprecate on myself later. This is the Taurus. Cargo variant. So we're going to tour this one first, despite it being the most different of the constellations. I mean, I say it's the most different. The first 3 modules, so Section A, Section B, the living quarters here, and Section C. I'm sorry, Section A and B are identical for most of them. The only one that's different is the Phoenix, and I'll show that later. Actually, I'll show it next. But Section B and D. D is usually, like, this is the same as on most constellations, except it's larger. Like, usually Section C ends here. But this is twice as long as a normal constellation cargo bay. Or at least a fraction of it larger. So it's longer cargo bay, which means that Section D, which usually has the snub fighter, is just a component room. Nothing extra. And then you have even more cargo in here. Like, this is where I'd imagine new Section E. I imagine like you'd store, like this would be a storage room for extra stuff. Or maybe like a more fragile or something, even though it's easier to get hit because it's right in the rear. Looking for that because it's on the bottom. So that's the constellation Phoenix. I know, Taurus. Here's the Phoenix. So this is going to have the same cockpit. So section A, this cockpit, is the same on every single model except for the Aquila, and it's only different because of the cockpit glass. Everything else is still the same. Real quick, I need to know why I got pinged on spectrums, like I just missed something. By the way. So yeah, you see the Phoenix, section A and B are still identical. But section C, much nicer. Looks like you entered a completely different ship. Person flying, running around, flying around the room essentially. Got all these different quarters. Then you have like these VIP transport, like an airline. Very nice. Got the Phoenix logo holographically displayed there. Got this nice table. Chairs used to be like in the table. When I mean in, like the chair was in, like sticking out of the glass of the table. It's all glitchy. Now it seems to be working. I head to the bar. Okay, not interactable yet. This should be fun once you can. All that booze. Actually, the new Inside Star Citizen and Star Citizen Live backgrounds and stuff, like the studios, are based on the constellation Phoenix. Sorta. Got a hot tub here. This is the roof of a hot tub. Master bedroom. And then you go back here. Still have an airlock to here. And to the sub here. Sub fighter. The snub fighter. Sorry, my words. And the cargo deck, for those wondering, is still here. It's just a little panel. I was going to keep that open just for someone to kind of see that for themselves. Oop. So yeah, those are the two like newer lore-wise variants, and also in-game. Horus has been around for at least a year. The Phoenix and the other models have been around for longer now at this point. The Constellation is one of the first ships, or one of the first large ships. Been around forever. And here's the Aquila. The Aquila and the Andromeda. The Andromeda being like the base model of the constellation. The Aquila being the exploration model. They're identical. The only difference is the glass in the front cockpit. And the top turret on the Aquila is not a turret, it is a sensor array. A manned sensor array. So like it is still a turret, but it's not for guns, for scanning. Also, I forgot to show that off before on the Phoenix, but the snub fighter on the Phoenix is the P-72 Archimedes, whereas every other constellation that has a snub fighter uses the P-52 Berlin. The Archimedes is like a lot fancier. It's white. Uses energy and stuff. But yeah, all the same except for the cockpit. And the turret, I'll just show it off. Oh, okay. I'm like, why wasn't it showing? Okay, so yeah, here you can see no guns, but a bunch of panels and scanning equipment.
It's actually here in the hall. I've been keeping an eye out, but no luck yet.
Yep. And then the constellation. Oh, okay. Not gonna get back in the turret on the other one, but constellation's identical to this one except for the glass. No. I'm gonna rent this one just because. I think I just called it down. Trying to call it back in. Come on. Trying to get down, buddy? Sorry about that. Yeah, see, the only difference is the cockpit. Struts. Everyone complained about the struts. It is annoying, but you kind of learn to get used to them and really not care. To me, it's least of my concerns with this ship. Like, oh no, the struts. Like, it doesn't harm visibility to me that badly. It is pretty bad. Here, let me just get in the pilot seat to show you what we're complaining about specifically. Like, it's pretty bad, but when you're in the heat of the moment, you're not complaining about it. People like to complain. And it's a valid complaint, and it does need to be cleaned up. But, again, I'd rather have better living quarters. Something that is better than the Drake Corsair from RSI. And it's overall just better, more functional ship than less struts. Just function over form, I guess. Like, you can still see, right? Okay, but you can't do much else on the ship. Other ships have living quarters and shit that actually make sense as opposed to the Constellation. People can make the exact argument I'm making, but for the reverse, where like I'm the one being nitpicky. And again, would also be valid. But I think just overall, the Constellation needs at least an interior rework. Like, the exterior can work, it's just the internal layout that needs to be up and made better, made gold standard, gold pass, right? Aye. So, right, I just showed off the Constellation series. Let's show off the Merlin. I'm not even gonna bother with the Auroras. Just because they're Auroras? Hold on the elevator. Thanks. Alright, so this is the Mantis. This is a quantum interdiction ship, usually used by law enforcement. So, obviously you got some coffee machine here, because he's sitting in that chair a lot, waiting. Neat little, rub the snow off your feet, dirt off your feet. Going to third person. You're not going to be able to charge up the QED here, but that's the QED right there. Is it quantum? I don't know. Keep calling it the QED. Might be QDE. But the quantum interdiction equipment, right? Cover to protect it. Yeah. Give the ship more streamlined look for atmospheric flight. Very Star Trek-y Enterprise look. Cells. There's even some red lighting kind of at the front. The blue jet streams, so really does end up looking like a bit of a Starfleet vessel. Now there is living quarters to this ship. Components over there. However, you need to get the back of the ship. Leave. Did I just... I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since I've been on this ship. I do mean a long time. I'm gonna rent one. And I just accidentally canceled waiting for the rental thing to pop up. Okay, no, so I am just being an idiot. You don't have to get outside to get back into living quarters. I'm just blanking on where the living quarters are. I think they're just in the rear, like where that coffee machine was, but the bed pops out. Oh, no, it's right there. Okay, so I'm just being an idiot. It's been a while since I've been on this ship. And evidently, they can't turn the lights on here. I'm just going to make things a little bit easier. Do I have my med? I don't have my flares attached. We got some components here. Coffee machine there. Bed there. Bare bones, but functional, and it works for a ship of this type. Whereas you don't even have that cooking equipment and such on the Constellation. You just have a bed and bathroom. That looks worse than a Drake ship's bathroom. This is a nifty ship, obviously. It's the X-Wing ship. You know what? I'm gonna fly this out. Throw it off of there. Just helping people in the chat. As the title of the stream suggests, it is a free fly event going on right now, so if people are new, whether they're new via the free fly or they just bought a game package to actually try out the game. Damn it. I'm not a very good typist. Worse, the faster I try to type. Oh, it's loitering in the staircase. Jeez.
Please remember to stay hydrated while exploring.
Commons.
For your convenience, a selection of beverages.
Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers. Careful, doors are now closing. Nearing next stop.
Yeah, so I just decided to ignore the Aurora display. It's the fucking Aurora display. And this isn't the spaceport, so... Trip. There we go.
Careful, doors are now closing.
Ah, fun! Backpack glitch.
Nearing next stop. Careful, doors are now closing.
Oh, good, that wasn't water ball in my hand. Just for anyone wondering what I'm typing in chat, essentially there's a trick that I learned and even made a tutorial of on my personal channel, where you want to create a 1 SCU box. This is essentially a box that's just about as tall as a person. It has a nice look. The 1 SCU box is essentially just a little box that you can make. I'm missing my gun. Turned. The little box that I say little, it's the 1 SCU box that you can, one standard cargo unit box that you can make by storing any rifle, like any gun that has to be stored on your back, you can just put in your ship's inventory, like, you know, when you have the ship inventory, just put it into the ship inventory, blow up the ship, and that will spawn a 1 SCU box with the gun inside. You're not losing anything, aside from the ship. You always claim the ship again. So like if you have a Pisces, great way to do this is get a Pisces out, then get another ship out that has enough cargo room to store one SU box. So another Pisces, for instance, like get 2 Pisces out, or a Cutlass Black or something, or even say an Avenger Titan. Get one of those types of ships out. Put a gun in the ship inventory of the Pisces. Blow up the Pisces. You get the 1 SU box. You can then use the grav gun because the box is too big to hold. You get the grav gun to manipulate the box around, move it in the ship, and then you can take that box with you to, let's face it, a bunker mission, so you can loot the guns, right? This way you're not just limited to 3 guns, 2 on your back, 1 in your hand. You can, loot as many guns and armor and shit as you want. And you can transfer stuff between people. Like, unlike in a ship inventory, whatever I put in that inventory, only I can see. No one else will be able to see it or access it. But in a SCU crate, anyone can see that. So you don't have to worry about that. Did I? No, I didn't eat the... What happened to the MRE I put in my hands? Wonderful. Okay, so I just lost the MRE then. While I'm waiting for my MRE to never respawn again,
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
let me get the RSI ships here. Excuse me.
Your insurance claim has been sent.
Microtech, the Empire's leader in cutting-edge technology, where creative innovation meets innovative creativity.
Your insurance claim has been sent. Your insurance claim has
Your
been
belongings
sent.
belong to you. Keep a careful watch on all personal items.
Your insurance claim has been sent.
What count as a store? No.
Updates on ship availability and gate assignments. Please use one of the convenient.
Your insurance claim has been sent.
I just claimed the wrong.
Your insurance claim has been sent.
Tired of travel? Why not rest at the Nest's newly renovated accommodations, located downtown in the luxurious Aspire Grand.
Please visit us again.
Microtech, the Empire's leader in cutting-edge technology, where creative innovation meets innovative creativity. From all of us at
Your major glitches are afoot.
Savage Interstellar Spaceport.
Oh, I know why my gun's missing. I put the gun back in the inventory yesterday. Yep. Okay. Gun's here. All good on the gun.
The latest in cutting-edge technology.
Nice. There's a weird inventory glitch
Gardens.
here, so let me just...
There's a lot going on today.
That... Oh, swell.
Ready to
Okay.
upgrade. Located in the plaza, the factory line has all of Microtech's latest offerings. From all of us at Microtech, welcome to the new Babbage Interstellar Spaceport.
Let me see if I can buy food before my guy dies of hunger. I know CIG made the food thing last longer, or last shorter so that they can get more data from it. But right now, this is the exact problem people have with whatchamfit.
Be sure to explore
This is the problem people have with
Whether it's the latest in cutting-edge
the whole
or the beauty of our award-winning
food and drink and survival mechanics. That's the word, survival mechanics.
today.
People don't like them because of this. Where it's like every 5 seconds you have to deal with food and hunger. And it's why Cam doesn't like wearing heavy armor anymore. He used to have a really cool heavy armor look, but now he is wearing... Granted, now he's wearing a really cool medium armor look. The Grey Cat Aerial armor is some of the coolest in the game. That's the helmet from it, but the Ninetales version. Personally, I like the white and blue. You know, it's Kakov Lavan, Israeli colors. My thing, I like that. But it still sucks. Like, well, now you're essentially locking yourself out of heavy armor because of a game system that isn't supposed to be like this, but they're doing it for the sake of testing. And I understand. At the same time, like, we should be able to go, say, 3 hours in game without having to worry about eating. Like, whole activities, running around, running and gunning, or mining in a cave, or whatever it is, without having to worry about eating. Your life, you can go longer. So it's like, I'm not saying everything has to be like, you know, super realistic. It is a game. You want to have fun over realism. That's the kind of balance you have to have. But in this case, this isn't even realistic, let alone, like, and it's in the way of fun. Like, make it where we should be able to go 1 or 2, if not even 3 play sessions. Well, assuming a play session is, say, an hour or 2 long. Say it's 2 hours long. Should be able to go 3 play sessions without having to worry about eat or drink in game. Maybe drink within, but not food. I feel like I feel like it's too much, right? But that can change. Hopefully that putting this in the inventory reset how oh, it's not even registered. Did I ever write down that amount? 1,400. Let me just send the money I promised last night. Do that because of the tax.
Microtech, the Empire's leader in cutting-edge technology, where creative innovation meets innovative creativity.
EY?
Looking for a good time? Be sure to visit Wally's bar at the promenade.
Ding.
Only a quick ride on the Metro Loop.
I made some money. Alright, I think I'm going to call this stream here.
Located in the plaza.
Oh, it didn't even save my helmet.
Microtech's latest offerings.
Did it delete my helmet? It may have deleted my helmet.
Tired of travel?
Yeah, I have a shit ton of spares, so I'm not that concerned about it, but it does suck if it deleted my helmet.
Luxurious Aspire brand.
Yeah, I'm gonna at least exit this server and call it a stream here. Wanted to show off the Scorpius, but I can do that later. I can do it tomorrow, I can do that next week. Hell, I've already shown it off in previous streams, so you can always put it there. It's not like the ship has changed. But I'm gonna go join the rest of my gang in the Discord. If anyone is watching and is either in the Discord or has the game or both, links for the Discord and how to get into the game are all in the description below. Actually, you know what? Real quick, I am going to show off how to do that in the event that you don't know how. Just because, you know, tutorials are always nice, and RSI's website has shitty UI. So here we go. Oh, and I'm gonna end the live stream on Oh, okay. Sorry, OBS is just being really slow right now. I'm gonna end the stream on the IAE episode of the day because those are always funny. But here, so this is obviously the stream. Go to the description. So here, interested in being a Star Citizen, we have all of our codes. You know, all of us here at Cast Shadows, we each have a little individual citizen referral code you can use. This will give you a bonus amount of money in game, and it gives us some perks in game as well. So it's a win-win for everyone. Haven't created an account before? Just use this link. They'll take you to an account creation page. Fill that in. You put in the code. It already gives my code in there. You can type in one of the other codes if you want. You can only apply this code when creating the account. After you create the account, you can't put in a code anywhere. At least the referral code. So you have to do this when creating the account like this. And once you've created an account, you can go to the main page and look at all the shit that's going on. Scroll all the way down. You can just go download. I'm not signed in right now, but like, you know, go download. All this will just automatically be checked off because it's a free fly, and you can just download the game, and that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me up in the Discord. Discord link, where the hell is that? Oh, it's right there. Discord. Yep, that's gonna be it. So let's watch the oh no, this is the Inside Star Citizen on the Galaxy, which was pretty damn cool. But we want the IAE episode. That was funny. Have not watched today's yet. Was this the racing episode? This was the racing.
Come on!
So folks, Ruin Station is about as big as it is creepy. Maybe we can find a ship to stow away on, and... Whoa. What is this? A new ship? From RSI? Whoa. Oh shit.
You want how much for this thing? It's a damn prototype!
Yeah, exactly. Ain't nobody else got one. What, you throw a brand new coat of paint on this, and you'll be good. And the red's, my friend, squeaky clean.
What the hell is that? Is some kind of ambush or something?
Oh, this is no ambush, right? That will be a rodent or something.
Rodent!
This place
You
is...
think I'm stupid?
Ah, no, you're smart. Very smart. This is a smart deal.
Tell your man to stand down, or I'm gonna blow your goddamn head off!
Ah.
Hi there. Just looking for the bar.
I think that's Jax McCleary.
How you doing?
Boys, we've been hacked! Kill him! Any last words, McCleary?
It's Jimmy! That's amazing. So Jax got rescued by Jimmy. Awesome. Alright, that's gonna end it for today though. That was great. And hey Bone, yes. Bone gave me, it looks like a bone. So throw me a freaking bone here. Alright, that was a good way to end it. I'm gonna end it now. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you tomorrow for day 10 for the best in show stuff. Should be good, and it'll be the end of the IAE episode with Jax McCleary. Looks like he's going to be saved by Jimmy. But yep, see you guys later. Bone, thanks for tuning in. And if you're watching this on the rerun later, just want to say thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed. Catch you in the next one.